It was a warm summer afternoon when Daniel decided to take a walk through his hometown. He had not been there for many years, and now, as a university student, he returned for the holidays. The streets looked the same, yet something felt different. The small shops were still there, the same families lived in the same houses, but Daniel noticed how much he himself had changed. As he walked, his feet carried him to the edge of town, where the old train station stood. It was no longer in use. The station had been closed for more than 10 years, but Daniel remembered it clearly. When he was a child, he and his grandfather would come here almost every weekend. They would sit on the wooden bench and watch trains arrive and depart. Daniel! The sound of the train whistle was the sound of adventure. Now the station was silent. The windows were broken, and the paint on the walls had faded. The bench was still there, but it was covered with dust and dry leaves. Daniel sat down for a moment. The place felt empty, yet full of memories. He could almost hear his grandfather's voice telling him stories about distant cities. While he was lost in thought, Daniel suddenly noticed another person in the station. It was an elderly man standing near the entrance. He wore an old hat and carried a walking stick. The man looked around as if he was searching for something. Daniel stood up and greeted him. "Good afternoon, sir." The man smiled. "Good afternoon. I used to come here a long time ago. My wife and I always took the train from this station." His eyes shone with emotion. "This place brings back so many memories." Daniel nodded. "Me too. I came here with my grandfather. We used to sit on that bench." The old man laughed softly. "Funny how places stay the same, but people change." They talked for a while. The man shared stories about traveling with his wife when they were young, and Daniel told him about the adventures he imagined as a boy. The silence of the station turned into something different. It became alive again, filled with voices and laughter from the past. When the sun began to set, the old man said, "It was nice to remember these things. Thank you for listening." He tipped his hat and slowly walked away. Daniel watched him disappear down the road. As Daniel left the station, he felt something warm inside. The building was broken and forgotten, but the memories were still alive. He understood that places are not only made of stone and wood. They are made of people, feelings, and stories. Walking home, Daniel promised himself to keep visiting the station every summer. It was more than just an empty building. It was a part of his life, and he did not want to forget it.